Okay. Dream, you're always here super early. It's a talent. Always waiting. You're still out of it mentally. I mean, we all have our mental off days. How am I? I am in pain. I messed my heel up. I messed my heel up at my Muay Thai class, so I'm kind of fucked up. Can't walk, or at least not well. Can't walk well. But such is the life of someone training for mixed martial arts. Every once in a while, you tweak yourself in a really fun, unfortunate way. C4 episode 5 is out tomorrow. Yeah, I. It was funny because I was editing that video when they announced it, and I could have been like, "This is the episode that's coming out in like an edit or something like that," but I elected not to in that video because that would be funny. Why does it do that? It's not showing Bick yet again. You said, "Hey, Bick." Why is it doing that? Hello, Bick. Hey, how are we? Oh, your poor ankle. Yeah. I don't know why it's automatically setting the chat to top viewers now, but you're number 2 in the stream. That doesn't make sense. But I can see you now. That's all that matters. All right, let's just hop into it. How are you doing, Bick? You blame misogyny. Well, as long as it's YouTube's and not mine, I'm okay with that. Okay, what were we doing last time in game? We can go around collecting the body parts of that one woman, I believe. Which is all we have, I think. Is that really it? Oh no, what's this? Is it time for another hour-long Kingdom Hearts discussion? Um, I'm not against that idea. I love that shit. Actually, I had something else in mind, which is definitely not going to be on topic for anybody other than me. But there's something going on right now. It's never mind. Okay, good. Thanks. Never mind misogyny. Someone else's. Um, what was I talking about? An hour-long rant of stuff. So I don't know if this conversation is going to be appealing to most people, but I don't really care either because I feel the need to talk about this. You may discuss Kingdom Hearts if you want. Well, this isn't Kingdom Hearts related. This is mildly unrelated. Go on YouTube and watch the opening cutscene. It's tremendous and might hook you on the game. Oh, please play Expedition 33. I like I've said, that's something I would be down to do at some point.
Fafnir. I always wonder what became of him.
We're not going to worry about Fafnir.
Fafnir?
Thanks.
Like, Fafnir's storeroom Fafnir?
The very one.
But Sindri said he was a dwarf.
He was. And now he's a dragon. Funny how life works, isn't it?
He's chained up.
Perhaps we should keep an eye out for binding shrines and free the...
These bones pulse with magic.
It must be Golvi. Could we just hold on to it? Maybe we'll find the rest of them.
This spirit lies to you, boy.
How would you know?
I have known many spirits. They are all liars.
This one is different. I know it.
You know very little.
So, the plan right now is we're going to go collect Galfi. I think that's how you pronounce her name. So we're going to go collect all her bones, then we're going to go up to here. We're going to deal with Fafnir later. But what I was saying about something I wanted to talk about. Oh, right. Before I get to that, Expedition 33. I do eventually plan on playing that game because I did watch some of the combat for it and it looks entertaining. So as far as I'm concerned, I will eventually play it. I don't know if it's going to be
It's like there was an
the
entire
next
city
thing we
under the
play,
water.
but it'll
Aye,
be
lad.
an eventual thing that we try playing.
A forgotten city.
What was it called?
Now, well, I forgot.
Great. But the thought that I was talking about, so I know most people here probably don't care about like sports or anything like that, or you know, like specifically for me, it's mixed martial arts, right? I feel like I've made my love for mixed martial arts very clear. Right now, there is a massive, and I mean massive, betting scandal going on with the UFC right now. You know, the biggest people in the sphere of like MMA. It is terrible because it's so the betting thing is it's people fixing fights, which like it's like accusing somebody of fixing any sport, like a basketball team, you know, like you're fixing it by like, you know, once you get to a certain quarter you stop scoring, so like your bet props are going to be leaning toward one way and you told your friend, hey, I'm going to underperform today, bet on me underperforming. That is what is like being accused going towards the UFC right now, which is just wild. If you know, like if you know anything about sports betting and how like illegal that shit is to like mess around with stuff like that, it's not a good look. And there was a fight that happened very recently that looked sketchy as hell, right? And people are like, what's going on? And then they looked at the betting props, and it was the way the fight went was exactly how this $200,000 betting prop went down. So a bunch of people are accusing this fighter of purposefully like messing up his fight, which is terrible, and it's just not a good thing to do. Like, and it makes the sport look bad, which is the biggest deal in my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, for years, people have been saying, oh, this fight looks fishy. And they've never had evidence to, like, back this fishy claim up until now. And the FBI is getting involved. And according to some sources, the FBI have flagged 110 fights in the last couple of years. That's insane. They do, like, 30 events a year, so and they have, like, 10 fights. Oh, damn, I just got wrecked. They do, like, 10 fights on a card, right? Like, something around there. So think about it, like, that's a lot. That's a lot of fights within, like, the last couple... Oh, I just died. So, like... yeah, it's just a big deal right now for, like, my favorite sport, like, this whole thing. And the question is, a bunch of fighters are coming out going, like, oh, yeah, I was approached. And then whenever someone goes, well, who approached you? They don't say who approached them. And it just... it's just all looking so sketchy from so many different angles, which is not a good thing. And that's just why I just wanted to bring it up, because it's normally something that I wouldn't be able to, like, talk about, because this isn't a sports channel in any way. But the fact of the matter is, right now, and Dana White, I know people don't like Dana. I happen to like him because of what he does for the sport. But
Trust in the spirit to keep its word is foolish, boy.
But if there's even a chance, don't you want to see Mom again?
Of course She is gone, Atreus. You must accept this.
I do, but to see her again, just one more time.
Why do you believe him? You do not know him or who he was. All of this is sinister.
He wants to see someone he loved again. I understand how that feels. I don't think there's
but yeah,
anything
so
sinister about
the
it.
big thing with this
Hope is
whole sports
blinding
betting
your
thing, and I
instincts,
will
boy.
reach out in a second. I've seen you guys talking asking a couple questions. The big thing about all this like sports betting stuff is, right, a lot of these people are pointing out, like, the guy who took the dive, if you will, on the last fight, if he does get paid for it. He's going to get paid pennies. Roughly about the same he would have been paid to do the fight. And to win the fight, right? Because the bet was like $200,000, which means the guy's probably going to make somewhere in the neighborhood of $100,000 back on the bet or something like that. So it's not all that like great. So he would have made like something in the neighborhood of like maybe $50,000. So he took this dive for $50,000, right? Which is not a good thing for you to do because now you're going to get blacklisted from the sport, and you could have made way more than that over the next couple of years fighting. So you're an idiot for doing that, which is dumb. So on top of all this, we're now getting like the question was like, is Dana White involved in any way? And it's come out recently like, no, he's been learning all of this stuff at the same rate we have been. Like the FBI is not talking to him at all, and it's just so weird because it would have made him look like a massive hypocrite. Because there's a very famous clip of Dana going, that shit's fucking illegal to rig fights. So now that the UFC is sort of in that spot where people are rigging fights, it doesn't look good for Dana, which is, you know, the typical. But I'm curious to see how this all plays out. That to me is a big deal, how all of this plays out. Because, you know, the pipe dream goal would be to be in the UFC one day, right? So, like, it's kind of, in a mild way, affects me if it affects the UFC, right? Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, remember when your opponents didn't show up? So my fights aren't ones that you can bet on. Mine are exhibition right now. So you realistically can't bet on anything in my fight, so that's unrelated. My guy just pulled out because he had an injury. He had a boo-boo. So that's unrelated. I do think it's funny, though, to think about it. Like, he pulled out because the betting odds weren't in his favor, which they weren't. I would have kicked his ass. But it's just funny to really like look at it because it's this sort of stuff like sort of happened or started to happen when the UFC went to ESPN, which lets me go, oh, what other sports are being rigged, if you will, right now. If I'm not mistaken, it's been a huge issue in soccer for a long while. A player here upped the earnings of his whole city just on fixed matches. A whole city got richer. Isn't that insane? That is nuts. Yes, you should never gamble on individual competitor because it is way too simple to fix. You don't just give the competitor a bag of money. You hide it behind brand sponsorships. Yeah, and a lot of people are like, so people are looking back at other fights and older fights and going, oh, is this rigged? Is this rigged? Is this rigged? Which is not a good thing to do. Like, there's 100 fights that have been flagged, and they're not telling us which ones have been flagged. So now us as viewers are going, so is this fight fake? Is this fight fake? How far into the UFC does it go? Right, which is a problem. You have to think of who has the money to rig fights. High-level execs, corporations who can hide those paydays behind a sponsorship. Have a competitor do a 30-second tequila commercial and pay them. Yeah, exactly. Pay them $500K when in reality the 500 is to throw a fight you bet $3 million on. Dana White and Trump are incredibly close friends, so should the FBI find anything incriminating, I expect it to be swept under the rug. No comment. I don't know how far into that stuff this will all get. I'm curious to see how it'll play out. But as of right now, Dana is even asking the question, like, if you guys have been approached by somebody, fucking tell us who approached you so we can deal with them. I don't know what deal with them means, but I'm sure some of you can probably guess. I think every Jake Paul fight has been rigged. Don't even get me started on that garbage. That shit is just what I described it as. Shit. Okay. Let's go with this idea, right? Let's say it's not necessarily rigged, Jake's fights. Let's say Jake's fights are put in his favor, right? Because that's in reality what's likely happening. Because something, unless you paid Mike Tyson $100 million off books, that motherfucker's not throwing a fight. Like, no way. It's sort of hilarious that somehow WWE has become the more honorable of the two sports. Well, at least they're being honest about being fake.
I guess.
And I don't know if you
I just want
necessarily
to know
mean
if she's okay.
UFC. Most people are
I
pissed
know
off
that.
right now about what's happened with the UFC stuff.
You don't understand.
Neither do you.
But it is interesting to really look at and think about, like, oh, why all this sports betting, how long has it been happening, blah blah blah. Is the Jake we're discussing Jake Paul? Yes. Yeah, Jake Paul's fights are nonsense. He fights guys. Okay, listen. I feel like I'm in a unique position to educate some people on this. Jake Paul fights guys who are in their mid 40s to 50s a lot. WWE and UFC are owned by the exact same company. They are a part of a broadcast company duo. It's called TKO. WWE is owned by Titan Corporations, and which is its own corporation, and the UFC is owned by Endeavor, which the two of them sort of came together to like make a broadcasting deal. I don't know if TKO owns both of them, if it's a parent company, or if it's something completely different. I'm not too sure exactly if it's the same company, but they might be. So, the Jake Paul fights. He fights old dudes who are past their prime, who are not healthy, blah blah blah, right? All this nonsense, right? He's fighting people who, and a lot of the times he'll fight somebody who's like, you know, on short notice or something like that, right? Which all of this stuff affects everything.
There is nothing left to say.
What about everything we've done so far? That man coming to the house? Talking to the world serpent? We've done so many amazing things. I just want to tell her about them. Don't you?
What else?
Jake
would you
Paul
say to
boxes grandpas and wrestlers.
Tell
Yeah,
her that
exactly.
we're both okay. Not to worry about us.
her? Atreus, I miss her too. You know this.
I thought I knew very little.
Listen, you smartass. But, so Jake Paul fighting grandpas and wrestlers. You're not wrong. He's also fighting MMA guys. Okay? So, and most of them are past their prime. Like, Ben Askren's a good example. If we look at, I thought WWE was run by Triple H. This is a joke. Oh. He is a creative guy. Like, he runs the creative aspects of it. He chooses who wins and who loses in WWE. Which is why it's more honorable, because they're very open about the fact that it's fake. So, Jake, if you look at his track record, right? The first guy he fought was Deji. That was a YouTube boxing fight. I've watched this shit very closely because I enjoyed the YouTube boxing scene for a while. I thought it was fun. But then it got ruined, which I could explain all day long. But Jake fought Deji, which is KSI's little brother. And it was a close fight until Deji's corner made him quit, which was bullshit. I don't think a corner should ever throw in the towel like that because it wasn't that big of a deal. He then fought Gib, which is another guy in that scene, like another YouTuber. And the rules in Florida are so ass that if you get dropped too many times in a round, they'll end a fight, which is what happened with Gib. So that fight to me was not real. That fight to me was like they're looking for any excuse to give Jake like an easy, quick win. That's what that fight looked like to me. But he's still a YouTuber, so honestly, it's probably one of the more like realistic fights that Jake has had. Like Gib and Deji are probably, out of all of his fights, the most realistic ones. But then after that, you get Ben Askren. Ben Askren was a 39-year-old former wrestler who has the striking background of a toddler. And I love Ben Askren. He's fucking hilarious. But he is not a striker, okay? His striking abilities are literally like a toddler trying to play with a dad, right? Like, that's what Ben Askren looks like when he strikes people. It's terrible. So you take this extremely high-level wrestler guy with an insane resume on, like, you know, his resume is insane. He had something like 22 wins and 2 losses, and they only came at the end of his career. So then the boxing fight with Jake happens, but before the boxing fight happens, Ben Askren goes in and gets hip replacement surgery. So tell me, in what universe is the guy who goes and gets hip replacement surgery going to have a chance against a 27-year-old who's on steroids. Yeah, no, that was not a good matchup for Ben Askren. So he got knocked out. Or it was fake. You never know. Ben might have taken that dive. On top of that, you then get Tyron Woodley, a former UFC champion.
Yeah.
We might as well return them to the spirit. Maybe he will keep his word.
I know she's not coming back, okay? I know. Never mind.
So you get Tyron Woodley, former UFC champion, who, again, is much more of a wrestler, submission, grappler type of guy. So he's not a striker. He does have what's known as the H-bomb, which means he can throw a nice overhand right. But the H-bomb only works if you have the wrestling to set it up. It's because the H-bomb works because it's a big overhand right. So he would go to wrestle a guy in the UFC octagon. He would go to wrestle, but he would fake the takedown and then come over top with this massive, huge bomb. It's why it's called the H-bomb, the hydrogen bomb, or the Henderson bomb, depending on who you talk to. So that's why his striking would work. In boxing, you can't fake a takedown, so his didn't work, so he lost too, and he was past his prime. After that, he fought a 50-year-old Anderson Silva, which is dumb. I don't need to talk about how stupid that was. After that, he fought Nate Diaz, who was, again, a grappler. After that, he fought Tommy Fury and lost. So finally, he fought somebody in his weight class, in his age bracket, but above his skill level, and lost. So you see the pattern here. Then he fights Mike Tyson, who is old and out of shape. Let's be real. And I don't think he's fought since then. And every fight afterward, falls apart. Gervonta Davis just had to pull out. That fight's off. It's canceled. His matches are the ones that come out as fixed. We're surprised by that. They might not be fixed, but they're not, in anyone's favor. I do think a lot of the UFC fights have been rigged, but the people who think the NFL is rigged, I don't agree with, because it's too difficult to convince 53 players to throw a game. I don't know. I mean, we'll tell that to there was a team in baseball, but there was a team in baseball a couple of years ago who all of them unanimously agreed to throw the World Series. So it's not entirely impossible to convince. You only need to convince one locker room. That's the thing, right? People don't seem to understand that. You only need to convince one locker room to throw. You don't need to convince the other one. That's the issue. Just like in the UFC, you only need to convince one guy in the one corner to throw the fight, because the other guy then makes it look really real because the celebration is real. You see what I'm saying? Why does a QB who makes $15 million a year need to throw a game? Precisely, they don't need to. Woodley was well past his prime too. He was ferocious in the UFC, and then once he won the title, he lost all aggression. Absolutely. Tried to retain by points, 100%. Damn, you just watched the UFC? That's crazy. And just wouldn't engage with the guys he lost. Till he lost the title, yeah. Dude, fucking Usman destroyed him. It was crazy. All of this chat about fixing matches keeps reminding me of Matt Murdock's story, why his dad dies because he refuses to throw a fight once after falling into doing it to support his family. Oh, you're talking about Daredevil? Yeah. Title, and then went on a huge losing streak. His losing streak, Tyron Woodley's losing streak in the UFC has to be studied. Right? He lost to Usman, then he lost to Colby Covington, and then he lost to Vicente Luque. Listen, Usman is a goat at welterweight. You can't deny that Usman is one of the goats at welterweight. So he's losing to him, not a big deal, because that is one of the greatest welterweight fighters of all time. Probably number 2 behind GSP. Then you go on to lose to Colby Covington. As much as people fucking despise Colby Covington, he's a fantastic fighter. So losing to him, not that big of a deal. Vicente Luque is 50 rungs below them, which is crazy. Also, what happened to Marisha with that boxing match she did? Marisha did a Creator Clash 2 boxing match, which I loved, and she absolutely got her ass handed to her for 5 rounds. Yeah, so she didn't do well. But, it takes... Honestly, the biggest thing for me was it takes... the amount of courage it takes to step into a ring, a cage, to step on a wrestling mat, all this stuff is far more than most people will ever display. So Marisha doing that has earned my eternal respect. You step into the ring, you step into the cage, you gain everyone else's respect until you throw a fight, and then you lose respect. Tyson should have bit Jake's ear off. Maybe he would have stopped fighting grandpas, wrestlers, and younger brothers. I mean, he should fight younger brothers again. Tyson Fury or Tommy Fury kicked his ass. I'd love to see him lose again. I used to watch the UFC religiously, but the past 5 years or so, I just doesn't have the aura to me it used to have. Robbie Lawler versus Roy McDonald was my favorite UFC fight. The first one was wild. The second one was war. It was so sick. I loved that fight. It's so badass. I love the UFC. It's so much fun. I understand people saying, like, it's fallen off a little bit, and I partially think that has to do with them, like, listen, as somebody who appreciates the grappling and the wrestling and all that sort of stuff, they've got way too many guys who are way too willing just to lay on top of another dude to win. They need to get a big-time striker as one of their, like, big-time champs, which they have. They have Alex Pereira, who's badass as hell, but they need more guys like him. That's why I thought they should have, like, I'm going to be real with you, they should have fucked over Marab. They should have just not given Marab the title fight, because now he's extremely boring. He just lays on top of guys. He grapples them over and over again religiously every round. Like, Sugar should have kept that title for ages. They should have, like, given Sugar every easy fight they ever had and just gave him the amount of aura that Conor McGregor had back in 2015. Like, they fucked up really bad. Why is this a conversation about something honestly... Why is this conversation about something I honestly know nothing about still more entertaining than watching someone play God of War for 2 hours? Ouch. I miss the Ultimate Fighter. They still do tough. It's just not as good as it used to be. Zodiac phrasing, let dudes lay on top of each other. Well, that's what they're fucking doing. It's called lay and pray. It's really boring. It's really boring. I live for jacked behemoths ripping doors off of the hinges. Oh, you're talking about fucking Rampage? That's one of the greatest clips of all time. He's so good. Rampage ripping that door apart is awesome. That's a great season too.
Your woman's corpse spirit. Show us this magic you have promised.
Ah, my sweet Gulvik, whole again. Rise, dear Gulvik. Awaken, oh powerful Gulvik!
Evni ukar bitjast.
She says she'll honor our request
Eldi fagna.
and reunite us. Okay, you're right.
She will reunite us with our beloved in death. You're beating the shit out of you because you broke your promise to my son. That's why you're gonna die. Die, Goldvig. Get her, Atreus. I'll get her. It all works out the same. Bam.
All right, say it. I told you so.
I told you so.
You are naive, Forest Boy.
This is true as well. But do not take your disappointment out on me, boy. Take it as a lesson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you see all the Raja Jackson stuff? That shit was insane how completely disconnected from reality he is. He showed no shame in borderline murdering a man. Yeah, so that was bad. Yeah, so... Okay, if you guys don't know, Raja Jackson, Raja, is one of, I believe, 4 of Rampage Jackson's kids. Rampage Jackson used to be, like, one of the most, like, prolific light heavyweight UFC champions of all time. He had a massive rivalry going on with, why can't I ever remember his name? Rashad Evans, who was another big UFC champion. This was back in the early to mid 2000s, I believe, when their rivalry was happening. So they were a pretty big deal for the UFC because they were like one of the last like true rivalries that people enjoyed. So Rampage has 4 kids. And I'm going to put this out there first before we continue with this conversation. He has 2 kids over in Japan, and he has 2 kids over in America. This is, and I'm not going to lie to you, these are his words. He said to himself, he said in an interview, I'm putting money away for my kids. The ones in Japan, I'm putting money away for university and college. For the ones in America, I'm putting money away for bail money. So he knows the type of individuals that his kids are. So Raza Jackson is someone who is trying to become a professional fighter now. And in a video, I believe he was live streaming not too long ago, he ended up getting like head kicked and nearly KO'd, right? So in his mind, this was something that like Rampage said, like, oh, I don't think people should be trying to head kick my son in sparring. So what ended up happening is he got disgruntled because people weren't taking him seriously because he's not Rampage. So he went to like a pro wrestling event, or I guess like an indie wrestling event thing, and one of the guys there thought he was a worker because Raja's jacked. Raja's huge. So he's like, oh, this guy must be a worker. I'm going to throw a bottle at him or something like that, or a can, and start a work with him. Like a work is like a fake storyline with him. And so what happened was he realized, like the guy, I believe his name was Psycho Stu, realized that, oh shit, he's not a worker. I should, apologize. Raja took it personally, as if someone else had someone else slighted him, someone else disrespected him. Like, he didn't realize that that's part of this guy's job. Like, this guy's job is to spark storylines. So a bunch of the other wrestlers were like, oh, you know what? We'll let you get in the ring with him, and we'll let you do your own thing. We'll let you, get yours back on him. Make him look silly or something like that. So what happens is, during the match, Raja goes into the fucking ring, picks the guy up, slams him, and beats the piss out of him until he nearly dies. This is a bad look for MMA. This is a bad look for Rampage, and this is a horrendous look for Raja. Then he runs. So now there's a warrant out after him, right? So, long story short, this kid thought he was getting disrespected by everybody, when in reality, he's just going through life, but he's so egotistical, he's so disconnected from reality, that he thinks that everything that's ever bad happened to him was on purpose. It's all on purpose and bad and bad and bad, right? He's an asshole. So, we're in this spot now where I'm pretty sure he's getting sued. I'm pretty sure he's receiving jail time, and Rampage is likely going to end up using that bail money that he knew he'd have to use one day, which is terrible. Okay. Zodiac, you should do a strat to the Zodiac about any UFC match. Oh god, that'd be so much. Makes us more knowledgeable about big dudes getting up in each other's business, at least me and Dream. Yeah, maybe. Such loving words from a father. Bail money is much more worthy than properly educating your kids. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Why, like, it just meant to him, like, he's like, I know that this is going to happen to my son over here. I don't know why, though. He crushed an empty beer can over Raj's head. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking, like, that's nothing, right? Like, that's stupid. This took a turn? Absolutely. It took a terrible turn. But that's the stupidity of people.
Please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
People make stupid decisions, and they end up having to pay for it because they do stupid shit, right? It's unfortunate, but it's true. Like, you do something stupid, you're gonna get... It's gonna come back to bite you in the ass, effectively, right? So... the lesson is, don't do stupid shit. That's cool. I want to make this armor. You should make some videos highlighting UFC feuds and dissecting the fights. I would watch.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, at some point in the future, I plan on, like, really expanding out and, like, making videos about other stuff in my personal life that I enjoy. Like, I would love to make Kingdom Hearts content. I would love to make...
That's crazy. easy.
UFC content or MMA content. Like I've talked about it a couple times about eventually
Got one side of the story.
eventually
Come on.
like making
His own
a
father?
fitness
I mean,
video, like
I
my
get angry
fitness
at you
journey
sometimes,
video,
but
Do you?
I
but
mean,
that's an
sometimes,
eventual
yeah,
thing.
a little. But I'd never stab you in the back.
No. I imagine not.
As much as you
This guy
hate
really
lawyers
didn't
were
want
needed for a
anyone coming
reason.
in.
You a lawyer, Bick? You
How
gonna
are
be
we
my
supposed to
lawyer?
get there?
There must be a way to lift the gate.
Maybe with the big water wheel.
My thought as well.
To add to that, Crazy Stu apologized and Raja accepted, and then a third-party wrestler teased Raja saying that he had to get a receipt, which hurt Raja's ego so bad he tried to murder the man. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. It's just stupid choices by stupid people. That's all it ever is. Like, here's the thing. Raja is trying to live up to Rampage's name, and he's never going to. In reality, like, Rampage, the reason Rampage was the way he was because of his upbringing. His upbringing determined what happened to him in the UFC and everything like that. All of his choices, all of his decisions, all of his fights, his rage, all that stuff came from his life of hardship that Raja just doesn't have. Raja has to make fake hardship for himself, which is what all this shit is. Like, this stuff is all hardship that he's come up with for himself, right? Every time someone slights him is something he's trying to emulate his father, which is bad because his father is not a good role model. And as much as I like Rampage as an individual, like, I think he's a well put together person now, with the exception of a couple of questionable things he does. But I feel like he's much more put together now than he used to be. You know, he's not a good role model. You shouldn't, like, look at what your dad used to be and go, like, I want to be just like that guy. Because that guy's an idiot. What you should do is you should look at your dad now and go, I want to be like him. I want to be more mature. I want to be educated. I want to be smart about what I do with my life. Instead, Raj is trying to be Rampage Jackson of 2005, where he was wearing a gold chain, walking out to the cage, acting like a werewolf. See the problem? You know? Who is KH's best girl? Kyrie, Nominator, Aqua? Well, two of those put me in jail, so I'm going to say Aqua. Currently, I classify as a paralegal and sure will work of a contract. Oh, God. Nominate for you, Dream? Well, on top of everything, Raja has daddy issues. Daddy issues is all Raja has. Let's be real. Okay, but... Hang on one second.
Focus up.
Had to answer something there. Sorry, my bad. I got attacked while I was doing it. Should have hit the pause button. But to answer the question, who is the best girl? I mean, I was 5 when I first played Kingdom Hearts, man. So I got to go with Kyrie. Kyrie is definitely the quote unquote best, if you will. Not to mention, she has the most character development, which is nice, because she's been around the longest. Are you an NFL fan? If so, what's your team? My team is the New York Giants. I used to play football when I was younger. So, yes, I'm an NFL fan. My team is probably the worst team in the league. We had a chance because we have Dart and we had what the fuck's his name? I always forget how to pronounce his name. But he just broke his ankle, so it doesn't even matter. He broke his ankle, so it doesn't matter
When
now.
are you angry?
My
With
team
me?
is screwed.
When?
Oh, I guess sometimes when you don't think I can do something, but I can.
It is not always easy to know
It's
one's...
okay. I get it. I'm little. Where's that whetstone, I wonder?
I haven't played KH. What does any of that mean? So Kyrie is the love interest to the main character of the series. Nominee is Kyrie's nobody. I will not explain that because we will play the games eventually. And Aqua is a character you play as in one of the side games who's extremely important to the main story. I shouldn't say side game. There's no such thing as a side game in Kingdom Hearts. That's his name, Scatabo. Scatabo's done. Scatabo's done for the year, which blows. Because Scatabo was so good. We had such a good, like, quarterback, running back duo there, and now it's over. Which is heartbreaking. Where the heck did you come from? You're not supposed to be here. This is a 1v1. Get your invite. I guess it's a 2v1 because I'm fighting with my son. Well, that rock is just constantly hitting me. It's kind of annoying. I'm a pro. I'm a fantasy football pro and have a ton of Dart and Scatabo. Yeah, well, you must be shaking in your boots now that Scatabo's done. Broken like tibia or something like that, and like a fractured ankle. He's screwed, which sucks. My entire family though is Bills Mafia, and I hate it. They're so Alan focused. It's not even funny. It's painful now, and all.
It's over.
Actuality.
It is over, isn't it?
Like, I get it. Their loyalty's great. But I don't think Alan's that good, man. Everyone always praises him. I just don't see it, personally. We can't go through there. Where the hell do we gotta go? There we go. But yeah, I guess to round up that conversation, the UFC's in deep shit right now.
Boy,
Long story short. And if anyone's curious, I do plan on fighting again in the relatively close future. Or at least I would like to. That's the plan. You know, never plan for things because it might not happen. It's okay. All my Scatabo shares are in a dynasty league, and he is on track for 80 to 90% of the start of the next season. Allen is the best quarterback in the NFL. Goddamn. The damn near stroke you almost gave me. That's painful. There's a reason he wins MVP with his with the terrible weapons he has on offense. He shouldn't have won MVP though. The year he won MVP, he should not have had MVP. I'm just being realistic. I think that was a joke. That was a gimme because they felt like they screwed them over. I do not believe he should have been MVP last year. The dude finally didn't throw 2 interceptions every game, so let's give him MVP. That was basically how it went. Yeah, I know I'm harsh, but I don't care. I don't think Allen deserves that accolade. Not when Mahomes was crushing it that year and then just didn't show up for the Super Bowl. Like, that was painful. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure that year,
Not a fan.
What the heck's his name? Somebody was kicking ass, and he was a rookie that year. I forget what his name was. He was in Houston. He was killing it in Houston. A rookie quarterback got them to the fucking playoffs that year, which was nuts. Oh, great. So there's going to be a couple more canceled streams when you get your ass kicked? Dream, what the fuck? You could argue Lamar should have won MVP. Exactly. There's more choices than just fucking what's-his-face, Allen. Honestly, I feel like the reason they gave Allen MVP is because he married Haley Steinfeld. Because he does not deserve her. That's bullshit. Where does he get off? The jealousy runs deep. Yeah, Lamar also crushed it that year. CJ Stroud, thank you. You do know your shit. You know ball.
This is the sun.
That ghost son? How do you know?
The sigil. It matches the dagger we found in his father's back. He stood his ground, but it was not enough.
They betrayed him.
Betrayal begets betrayal. My guess, the young one murdering his dad didn't sit well with the others.
He thought himself ready to lead. It cost him his life.
I guess.
Look there, lad. By his feet.
The whetstone!
Yes. They used it to smash his face in.
They did? Ew.
Prepare yourself!
Literally pouring my drink, and this fucker comes through, crashing through. How dare he? Hang on a second. Obviously on Haley Steinfeld. Yeah, she's hot as hell. I support hot women's rights and wrongs. Haley can do whatever she wants. Yeah, but why Allen? I don't know. Honestly, I read something recently that actually he makes more money, so I guess she's the one punching up, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. She's out of his league, in my opinion. I'm not kidding. I'm a legit fantasy football pro. Is that a thing, though? Pro fantasy football? That just sounds funny to me, just to hear out loud. I don't disagree. I'm not doubting you or anything like that. It just sounds funny to read. The second biggest league in the world has 5,500 players, and I'm currently in 85th place. Crazy. How much money does that mean you make a year? Last year I finished 163. Well, that's not bad out of 5,000 people. That's fucking insane. Brain, please don't force me and Zodiac to fight. There's no forcing. We're fighting now. Those are some fighting words you threw at me a second ago. Alright, my drink is finally poured. We can fight this thing. There's more crap behind us? How dare. I'll take you out first and then deal with the big guy later. Get him, boy. Oh, I blocked one shot and then I get smashed. I usually make 10 to 15K per year on fantasy football bets. Dear God, really? That's crazy. That's actually insane. You are a pro.
I wonder why they left this whetstone behind.
Would make more
said
if
it
I
wants it.
gambled more. Don't gamble.
must be really
We've already
useful.
talked about this. Bad shit
Beavers
happens.
have very specific priorities. If it's not shiny and you can't eat or drink it, might as well use it as a blunt object.
Whenever I'm hearing fantasy football, I always imagine something personally I would want to watch. Then I know it's actually about. Okay, how the fuck do we get out of here? Shoot that. First sign. Bye-bye.
Enemy down!
Get in the water. Join your friend. Yeah, I played a fantasy hockey. Yeah, that's how Canadian I am. Played fantasy hockey one time, and I was like, this ain't for me. I made $50 though, so I guess that's good. But yeah, no, fantasy like gambling and stuff, it's not for me. My buddy, he's a big gambler. He'll always put like a parlay down on some UFC fights, but he never cashes in. He always gets something wrong. The fool. There's only been one time where I've guessed an entire UFC card right, and it was the one time my buddy didn't make a bet. I always send him like a bet for him to place for me, quote unquote, where he'll put like $10 on for like something that I've like said like, oh, here's how I think this is gonna go, bro. And
Read it.
the one time he didn't do it, I guessed the entire card
This
right.
says,
That would have been a
"Fall
fucking
asleep."
like 10K win.
I've seen it written all over this place.
Boy,
Like top to bottom, I guessed the entire card. It was
Another
ridiculous.
map. Great.
I had fucking, what the hell is it? It's the word that I'll just say I had future sight or some shit, because that was a crazy card. That was an awesome fight night too. It was a pay-per-view. It was when Sugar Sean O'Malley beat Aljamain Sterling for the fucking bantamweight title. That was the greatest night of my life because Sugar's one of my favorite fighters. So that was awesome. I take that back. It wasn't the greatest night of my life, but it was pretty good.
I don't know what we're still doing here.
What'd you say, boy? You asking me why we're still here? Oh yeah, Zodiac, be proud of me. I watched the Habs match yesterday and I had a gasp. Or I had a grasp on what was going on. Like, I'd like my citizenship now. As someone who doesn't care for hockey, I don't think that qualifies you for citizenship in Canada. I kid, of course. Fantasy hockey, wizards shooting flaming pucks into flying goalposts while fighting their way through the army of the animated snowmen. How dare you? You think we live in igloos, huh? Huh? Parlays are genius for Booker, or for the Booker, because of course you're going to take the easy picks, but those never give much profit margin. So you have to add a parlay in your you are likely to lose, and you do, yeah. You're the wrong type of Canadian. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, I gotta leave.
Are we lost?
but my TLDR, stupidly hot women being out of their significantly others league, there's always a reason. He must have a massive slong. That's all I can think of. No other reason. None whatsoever. See ya, Bick. I did not realize how far back I threw my fucking axe away. Holy. But yeah. Your favorite Canadian is Bret Hart? I feel like there's a lot of Canadians, or favorite Canadian. You know? Hart Foundation, Hart Dynasty and shit. I know many who stay for the incredible schlong. Jesus Christ. Bye, Bick. Maybe you'll be on. Maybe you'll see us later. Maybe. I don't really have any plans on cutting it short, so we'll probably push 3 hours for this one. Maybe even 3.5. Have you ever seen the Starz TV show Spartacus? I have not. I've wanted to watch it because I've heard it's pretty good. I heard the actor got switched up because he had cancer or something.
We found your whetstone.
Oh, wonderful. This staining is unusual.
The Reavers used it to smash another Reaver's face in.
Oh, wonderful. Here, for your trouble. I can't wait to test out the new whetstone. It may not look like much, but it's practically humming with magic. I've needed a new one after my brother borrowed the last one. I saw him spit on it. To lube it up, he said. I didn't ask for it back.
To lube it up, he said. Crazy.
What did we miss?
My favorite Canadian is James Howlett. A lot of incredible schlongs in the TV show, or in the Starz TV show Spartacus. Oh, great. Is that why that got brought up in the first place? How awesome. Oh, we can make this one now. It has less everything, but we can upgrade it. We shall.
Good help.
We can't make the other pieces yet, but I do want to upgrade it. Oh, we can't. We need more Traveler's Armor Shard. Okay, we'll figure it out. The Traveler. Gotta draw dicks everywhere. What is this? Can we sell these? We can sell these, and I'm going to sell them. Don't feel like these are getting used at all. Yeah, the lead died of cancer. Show is good. They just announced a sequel after a decade off air. Crazy. I like how he has little gloves. Sorry, little gloves to handle his phobia of germs. Lots of slongs chatter in the chat. Crazy. Crazy. Y'all are nuts. But
Well, that's something.
Incredible Schlong sounds like a Hulk mutation. I'm not even gonna comment on this. Maybe that's Alan's nickname. God damn it. What the fuck? Oh, this is painful. Painful. Wow. That's way better. I'm gonna put that grip on and then upgrade it again.
Just saying, it's a sad
Beautiful.
day for your enemies.
talisman. Oh, this is the traveler armor. This is the green one that we were looking at, right? You can craft the pant. That way we can eventually wear it. Maybe that's Alan's nickname. I still... Hello. Goodbye. Alright, I think we can dip out of this area. All I know is Haley Steinfeld can't keep her hands to herself. Crazy. She sings that song? For some reason that didn't even like clue into me that she's the one who sings that song. The Slongest Yard. Oh, dear. Okay, we got to move on from this. Well, critical role topics do we want to talk about, ladies and gentlemen?
He just knocked on our door.
Haley Schlongfeld, goddamn.
Knocked on your door.
Yeah, he just showed up and started a fight. He said he wanted to know something. He said, I know what you are.
Oh, well, we'll circle back to that later. What exactly did he want to know?
I was under the floor by then.
He said I already knew what he wanted. Perhaps he mistook me for another.
That's quite interesting.
Whoa.
Dream, you got to give me some sort of critical role prompt, please, so we can move on from the schlong conversation. This chat just became Laura Bailey approved crazy.
More of those.
So which campaign 4 character has the most crazy? Y'all are nuts.
Ooh, Tyr's vault is behind that magical lock.
Y'all are something else, aren't you? Something else. The group that I have collected here is an incredible one, to be sure. Can never get away with saying anything. It always comes back to bite you in the ass. I mentioned it one time and it hasn't gone away since. Crazy. Alright, let's go get Fafnir. Something tells me the irony of Wick having the most... Why are we still talking about this? Close second behind Cadigan. Y'all are something else. Vic had to walk away at the worst time, huh? She would have enjoyed this conversation. Can't open that way? Shit. Gotta dodge all the lightning and break the things. I'm not even gonna read that. I'm not justifying that
Your friend become a dragon.
really good wordplay with a response.
Mine. This little scroll was a constant source of annoyance amongst Aesir and Vanir alike.
Then why flee?
Trust the recently liberated, brother. No one deserves to be held captive like this. Even a greedy little dwarf come dragon.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna read out everything y'all said. So which critical role, or which campaign 4 character has the most incredible schlong? Probably not Belair, maybe Teor. Listen, hey, Belair can have a constantly changing one. So if he ends up with someone who's like, that one's too big, go get a smaller one, he can do that. That's called talent. Something tells me the irony of Wick having the most incredible schlong is too strong not to be true. The second being Cadigan. Yeah. And then to round it all off, you said, "I'm sorry, Zodiac. It's been a schlong day." Crazy. Y'all are insane. And let's be real, it's Julian. Because that guy fucks. As we saw in, like, the second episode. He fucks. Alright, enjoy the smashing. Hey, there's a second guy here. Nope, I cut faster than you. Oh my god. I'm just here as Schlong for the ride, god damn it.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Only top tier conversations. That's what we have here on this
Voice
channel.
question head. How did this dwarf become a dragon?
I don't know for certain, though I'd wager his penchant for stealing magical artifacts had something to do with it. Must have stolen a trinket from the wrong Vanir goddess.
Where's the last one? Ah, it's over here. Enjoy your death. Smash. Smash.
Time to set him free. Think he'll remember
Alright,
you?
Fafnir.
Oh lad, a lot's changed since we last crossed paths. And legs.
Oh, that's what he's talking about to my right. Crazy. Thunderstruck. These guys seem pretty powerful. I would read that out, Dream, but I have to kill things first. Oh Lord, there's so much happening. Well, that guy died in a very aggressive way.
Yes, sir.
You got it, kid. Come on.
Where you go, you wee little bugger? Well, I think Dragon hasn't done much for his personality.
Okay, Zodiac, take your bets. How many episodes of The Soldiers will it take for the current story arc, The Hunt of Casimir, to complete? I'm saying around 8 to 10. That's what I would imagine. And I think we're going to get that straight all the way through. I'm wondering if Campaign 4, if Brennan is going to stick Thimble in a jar and have her separated from the group and gifted to someone like she was Thiazi. Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy and like a negative route for her to go, right? Like she was gifted to Thiazi, someone who sees her as an equal, and then she's handed off to somebody who sees her as lesser. I could easily see that happening, and it could be very, very sad when it does. Alright, well, that was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to take a lot longer to deal with good old Fafnir. Honestly, the fact that I can't outright dismiss that as a possibility scares me. Well, it's a very good possibility that it happens. Not that it would be a good thing if it happened, but it would. I could see it as a possibility, realistically. Before we go into his thing here, is there anything else that we have left to do? Honestly, it doesn't look like it. Hidden Chamber of Odin. That's just a freaking fight with the Valkyrie that we can't win yet. Yeah, I think 8 to 10 episodes is probably around the number we're gonna get, which means about like 2.5 months, I believe, with the soldiers. I'm much more of the thought that we're gonna get the story arcs. There are some people making some good arguments though, like someone made a good argument for the fact that, like, you know, maybe instead of going for the entire story arc, we're gonna go for like a month at a time. That way we can have cliffhangers and stuff like that, which I agree. I think is going to be a good thing. I know I mentioned this before, but I really think Casimir is going to be a hired thug, and Sid is the one who is going to reveal true information that needs the group back into the city. I mean, maybe. I'm going to say 6 episodes and ending with the story beat of another adventure that takes them somewhere else. Ooh, we got some competition of which way they're gonna go. You don't agree? Wonder what that room is. But yeah, some people were saying stuff like
Brother, the chisel.
how they think it'll be, you know, a month at a time, and then we're gonna get like cliffhangers and stuff like that. There's a lot of good conversation in that one. There was a lot of people who didn't understand the video. Like, that was funny too. Goddamn. Like, there were so many people who would like make a comment, and I'd be like, "What do you just not watch the video?" Like, it was funny to me. I don't know why.
Wow. Can't believe we're setting foot in Tyr's vault. Another one of these.
I think Taylor being a main character makes it all the more likely Sid is anything but a non-factor in this in what's going on. Well, he's definitely like super important.
But the middle panel is missing. Wait, I thought Tyr was a god, not a giant.
Aye, but he was loved by everyone, including the giants. Other than me, he was the only one they gifted with their special sight. Hey, I wonder if the giants left a triptych about me somewhere too.
I think we're going to have the soldiers. I
Go
think.
ahead.
Hang on.
Actually, come look. Let me show you how to read this.
That is
think-
not necessary.
You've taught me so much.
God damn it,
Let me
Kratos!
keep
Shut the
using
hell
it.
up. I think while we are with the soldiers, we're gonna have a 20 to 30-minute intervals, like we had with Belair, where we get one-on-one time with each character. I don't think we're going to be completely separate from the group or from the other tables for months. I think cold opens could go to other people, but with where they left off, there's nowhere else for them to go except for that scene. So in my opinion, while I understand what you're saying, so if they do flashback stuff, I can see it. Realistically, though, I kind of think the cold opens can go away. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? I understand what you're saying, and it will be good for like learning things. Maybe it could be even like the zingers, where we see what villains are doing instead of what people are thinking, right? Instead of like it being cold opens consistently for players, it's now a zinger for what the villains are doing. So we get to see a little bit of what the Tacona's family is doing while we're not with those people, right? So I think maybe that could be a possibility, but I don't know.
Atreus,
Come on. You already speak it. Learning to read won't be that hard.
I know how to read, boy. Just not this tongue.
You're halfway there already then. Okay, so the runes represent a lot of different things. Some gods, some animals.
Wait,
Some... Oh, am I going too fast? Sorry. I
not
don't-
that. Do you smell something?
Yeah, I do. Smells like... rain?
You ruined everything. I earned that fucking hammer. But now, everyone's gonna think I only got it because Magni's gone. It'll be a joke. But if I kill you,
Listen,
no
Mommy.
one's gonna laugh at me. Oh, are you dumb? That your father's doing? Or did you get it from your mum? She's stupid and ugly.
Shut up!
Get him, Atreus. Oh, never mind.
You don't know anything about my mother.
Oh, it's true. But I'm gonna get to know you really well. You're gonna be my new brother. Right after I finish killing your father!
Oh, Spartan Rage didn't work too well with him.
I think I broke him.
My turn, bitch. You're about to see what it fucking looks like, asshole.
Stay back!
This is what real rage looks like, bitch. I'm a real god. You're just a son of a god.
This isn't over!
Run for the hills. Oh, Jesus, he looks terrible.
Atreus,
I always forget how bad he ends up looking.
You have to get into Freya quickly. There's no other way.
Should have told him. Should have told him what he is. Oh, this is going to be a slow walk. This is going to be a very slow walk. Where's the dock? Okay, it's over here. It's taking me toward it. Oh, good. We're looking at right where we need to go,
Take
I
the
believe.
boat. Freya's isn't far.
He just looks dead. Holy fuck. They make him look so bad here. Storm's brewing. I wonder who's coming. That would be, you know, a certain jackass who everyone mentions. What? Oh, am I going the wrong way? Fuck. As a YouTube content creator, do you find more engagement and viewership in short videos or longer videos? Honestly, it's about the same. Realistically, I think more people are willing to sit around and wait for shorter ones to end.
Eyes on you, brother. Especially now that you've taken to killing his kin. Freya's forest is a blind spot for him. This is our smartest move. If anyone can heal him, it's her.
What is happening to him?
I would say
In mortals,
shorter
some
probably gets more
conflict of the
comments.
mind expresses itself as an ailment of the body, never in a god, but a god believing himself mortal. I can only imagine. We're almost there.
But nothing gets more engagement than making an error. That's what tends to get the most amount of eyes on something. If you fuck up and say something wrong, oh boy, half of the comments become about that thing you fucked up. Let me tell you. It's consistent how often when I make an error, half of them are like people pushing their glasses up their nose. Actually, it's constant. It's crazy. And sometimes you find a mistake while you're editing and you go, I could fix this, or I could get comments. But that's up to you to decide which ones are which.
Somebody just called the serpent.
Zodiac, what would you prefer, following one group during a long arc, 12 to 15 episodes where we get to learn tons about the world, or a short arc, 6 to 8 episodes with cold opens following NPCs? 12 to 15 episodes. I would much rather have longer arcs where we get to complete the story arc as opposed to having ones where we don't.
The fever burns hotter. He is shaking.
It's serious. We must hurry.
Yeah, I'm trying, but Kratos is walking a little slowly. Like, run, bro. Run. Your son's dying.
Freya! Open the door! We need your help! Woman, do you hear me? It is urgent!
I'm still a god. Go away.
The boy has fallen ill! Freya! He's ill.
Inside.
I love how she's like,
This
okay,
is no
if it's for the
ordinary
boy's health,
illness. The boy's true
fuck
nature,
it.
your true nature, fights within him.
I did this to him. Will you help me?
Of course. There is a rare ingredient found only in Helheim. The keeper that protects the Bridge of the Damned. I need its heart.
Hell,
The realm of the dead. Do you know it?
not this one.
It is a land of unyielding cold. Fires cannot burn there, and no magic in all the 9 realms can create a blaze. As for the dead, your frost axe will be useless. You'll need to find something else.
I have a weapon.
Then I must return home. Dig up a past I swore would stay buried.
Who you were before doesn't matter. This boy is not your past, he is your son. And he needs his father. This rune opens the bridge to Helheim. When you are there, do not under any circumstances cross the Bridge of the Damned. There is no road back. Understand?
Boy,
Himalay. You must hurry. Through my garden there's a path leading to my boat. Take it. Return home. Dig up your past. Do whatever you need to do. Just bring me back the Bridgekeeper's heart. And your son may survive.
Okay, so with that all being done. Oh, I'm sure there's nothing. Or I'm sure there's so many hate watching. Oh,
when last we spoke, I was...
No. You were right to distrust the word of a god. No need to explain. Not to me, not for that. I will keep him safe. That's a mother's promise.
I'm sure there's so many hate watchers salivating at the thought to correct someone or tell them how they could do better while contributing nothing. Oh, let me tell you. I want arcs to actually finish. Yeah, Dream, I agree. How would you suggest C4 handle leveling? Different
Helheim of
groups
all
will
places.
have different experiences.
You all right, brother?
Well, it's
I will
milestone,
do
I would
what
imagine.
must. Leave me be.
So I feel like what's likely to happen is, this boat is insane looking. What's likely to happen is, right, we get a level, like a level up happens like maybe at the end of an arc, so then the next arc happens and they get their level up, so they're the same level going into the next part of it. I feel like that's probably how it's going to go. While I believe the leveling will be milestone based, that might keep things balanced. Yeah, exactly. As far as like haters just hating for no reason, oh dear, the comments are crazy. One person was like, you shouldn't make videos if you don't know what you're talking about. When I asked about Belair's like extra 3 hit points, not Belair, Murray's extra 3 hit points, because I'm supposed to be some sort of fucking encyclopedia to remember every single racial ability or racial stat or whatever the fuck, right? So this person was like, you shouldn't make videos if you don't know what you're talking about. Well, I literally asked the question, and there are other people being helpful telling me what I missed. So those people are great. You're an asshole. That person called me sexist and misogynist in the comments. Welcome to the Shadow Realm, asshole. You've been shadow banned. Fucking dick. That pissed me off so much.
Athena. Get out of my head.
I don't know if you can hear it, but the train that goes nearby my town is ripping through right now. Sounds like a far-off friggin' thing. Go in the direction of Dia, boy. This storm is crazy. Of all the times to not say schlongs, you don't say it now? Craziness. People are what they eat, aka dicks. You could have said schlongs. I love this moment of the game. It's quiet, has the lightning cracking in the background, ominous, everything's turning red. You're in a colorful boat. It's hilarious. The boat's insane. But yeah, people definitely go out of their way to try to be assholes. Try to be assholes about a bunch of different shit. And you know, like each to their own. You want to be a dick, go ahead and be a dick. I don't care. It's not for me to be like, whatever. Like, all the worst that's gonna happen to you in my comment section is you get shadow banned for being an asshole. That's all it is. You'll be able to comment, but people won't see it. So I feel like, you know, your little echo chamber of being an asshole is where you belong. Just makes sense to me. But that's just me. Other people will handle it differently, I'm sure. Some people just outright block them so they can't see your videos. But then I'm like, you know, if you like watching Critical Role videos, I don't want you to not watch a video. The Shadow Realm is where those people belong. It's not a very big list. I'm able to go look at it too. It's not very big. There's a handful of people who are currently in the Shadow Realm. And maybe one day they'll be let out, if I'm nice enough. You've served your time. But yeah, as far as like leveling goes and stuff, I've had that thought too, like how exactly the leveling is gonna look. And I think it's gonna be as simple as if a group levels up X amount of times, the next two groups, by the time their arc finishes, will have leveled up by the exact same amount. I think that's the most likely outcome to the leveling problem. But who knows? And maybe it'll be like, I think at certain parts of campaign 1, characters ended up with more or less XP. So like some people would be level, like, let's say 12 and some would be level 13. But it was only for a brief amount of time. So maybe like if that ends up happening, like one or two things happens in a story, like while they're all together as a group and then they become the same level. Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, realistically, with it being milestone, you can do whatever the hell you want. Like a milestone is sort of like this catch-all, like even if they're like 2 levels behind, you can be like, well, you guys are level 5 now, right? So, yeah, I don't know. Because you can make the argument, right? Like the soldiers are going to be actively more like in combat. And in an XP game, if they were to run XP, that would put them in a much better position to level up than other people. So, yeah. Hey Zodiac, have you accidentally shadow banned Bic? No, I haven't. Is that why you need to go into all messages to see here? No, I just, for whatever reason, it just shows the top things. I don't know why.
Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know. But I am your monster no longer.
Alright, motherfuckers, time to die. I love these fucking blades, man. They're so cool. Literally one of the coolest weapons in fiction. I only have one ability right now. These things. Trying to do all these things, but I just haven't leveled these things up yet.
Right side.
Just get smashed, fools. Is that all of them?
My, yes, those blades will serve quite well in Helheim. Now, I believe I see a door to the realm between realms over there, in your own front yard, no less. Take the shortcut back to the Realm Travel Temple, then on to Helheim, yeah?
Alright. But first, let's level up some swords. Or some blades, not swords. Yeah, no, Bic is definitely not shadow banned. Otherwise, she would never be seen. And her comments are seen. What? Oh, I already have that one. First time Wikander gets into combat, do you think he's actually gonna hurt someone or hide? I think he'll hide. I think he's going to try to talk it out first and then hide when it doesn't work. Hot take, but I adore the original PS1, PS2 God of War games tremendously more than the newer ones. That is a hot take, and one I do not agree with. I love these games. I love Kratos's like growth in these games. They're so good. And I love the way that he and Atreus are. Like as you play through these games, you get to experience like Kratos growing alongside his son, and it's extremely powerful. Now that being said, as we're all aware, I am extremely into these stories of a father and child sort of deal, right? Like that is some of my favorite storytelling motifs you could have. So for me, I would have to disagree with the fact that certain things are better, you know, from the older games. While I enjoy the old games, like I have played them and I enjoy them, I can't deny that they have a lot of fun to be had within them. I still rather prefer these ones. I just think these ones have more story to them. I'm glad she's not shadow banned. She's actually one of the best people on your streams. I mean, I can't pick and choose. That's not right. I shouldn't. You know, I can't. That's not allowed. No picking and choosing from me. Don't make me pick one of my children. Don't do it.
Well, I'm pretty sure you weren't talking to me back there. Anything you'd like to get off your chest, brother? I can assure you I'm unsurpassed in keeping confidences. Well, you know where to find me. And for the record, I'd already guessed you were Greek. Athena? Dead giveaway.
Sorry about that. Had to answer something else yet again. So here's the argument I always make. Whichever one disagrees with. I enjoy Kratos as a bloodthirsty monster avenging his family, coated in their ashes with no remorse for their victims. A monster.
What are those?
Fair.
I've never seen the like. That's gotta be a family heirloom.
No. Nor will it ever be.
Son, my brother and me created Mjolnir for the big idiot. I know from quality. And them special. Hey, where's the little turd?
He has fallen ill.
No. What happened? Aesir?
No. The fault is mine. And my responsibility to make it right.
Well, we all gotta take responsibility sometime. Huh? Say, what can I do to help him? I can do things. When I should tag along?
No. Your work here is enough.
All right.
I like
So
that
where
he gives
you
him his
off to in
props.
such a hurry?
The realm of the dead.
Helheim? Shit, this is serious. Don't worry, kids. I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Damn it, I can't upgrade it. I want to upgrade him so bad. Okay. Can we grab... What are these? I wish it would tell me what it was for. Yeah, it's cool. He has been redeemed, but I feel like the bad guys redeeming themselves is super common now. And I just want my Kratos to be bloodthirsty. Also, Atreus annoys me. I guess that's fair. What does these do? So it's plus 6 vitality. Let's go with this one and see what it is. I believe that one is for the weapons. I guess not. I think it has to be, just we can't put anything in it yet, unfortunately. Okay. While I see where you're getting with like the whole like bad guys are redeemed and stuff like that, the whole point of these games, in my opinion, even the old ones, was always like
Now that
the
Freya's
gods
given
are
you a
all
chapter
bad
into Helheim,
guys.
it should be unlocked on the table.
So for me, it's always been like, you know, Kratos, while he's doing bad stuff, he's getting rid of arguably worse people. Like Zeus is one of the worst, most despicable people of all time. So arguably, he's not that bad. Was he selfish? Sure. He was getting revenge for people killing off his daughter, making him kill off his daughter and wife. I think now that he's been able to grow and change, it's a good sign of character development. He's not necessarily redeemed in these games either, because he still has blood on his hands. Like, you know, stuff eventually happens in this game where he's still very clearly a guy who's, you know, got a long way to go to be redeemed. And Faye, his wife, was like the first step of being redeemed. And Atreus is his last step of being redeemed. Do I think he's redeemed by the end of Ragnarok? Not really. And even he would probably say he's not redeemed quite yet. Surprisingly, the original creator of God of War, who sold the rights, agrees with my take and didn't want Kratos redeemed or want him to have more kids, Atreus. So I disagree that Atreus is annoying, so we're just going to agree to disagree on that one. In my opinion, the creator's wrong. Okay? The creator just, I guess he doesn't like character development, which is weird to me. Because the character development for Kratos is fantastic. It's so good.
Let me take this moment to tell you that what you are about to do is absolutely insane. Odin can survive this. So, I hope those blades work.
It is cold.
Is this the bridge Freya spoke of?
No, we're still on the realm travel bridge. We're after the Bridge of the Damned. The dead use it to cross into their permanent home, the city of Helheim. The bridgekeeper who minds admission, he's the one we want. Just follow this bridge. Should lead us straight to him. You know, I'd really hope never to see this place again.
Get smashed, bro. But, you know, I understand the idea of wanting a bloodthirsty character and all that sort of stuff. And while I agree it was fun back then, I don't know. I feel like video gaming as a medium has evolved to the point where we're allowed to have deeper characters than that. But that's just me.
In the path.
A light attack rune.
See that? One of the many reasons we went back for those blades.
I'm well aware why we went back for the blades.
Watch your back!
I think part of the reason that guy like said that stuff, by the way, the creator, is I think he regrets selling because he realizes how much more money he could have made off this franchise. I think that's why he was sort of upset about it. Because he didn't think of this direction for the character. He thought, because at the end of God of War 3, he kills himself, right? So, like, he would, in his mind, he's like, oh, well, the game's over. I guess we can move on to a different character to follow. But then these guys came up with this idea. Like, Santa Monica, in my opinion, hit the proverbial jackpot with this game.
Oh, this is all wrong. Only the newly dead should be here. There's too many. The gate must be closed, and if the gate's closed, then it's true. Hell's full up. Without the Valkyrie to sort and cull them, hell is overwhelmed.
Without the Valkyrie. Yeah. When do I get to do that?
Now what?
We find our own path head. And everything you just said is exactly why you need to play Expedition 33, because the character development is magnificent. Like I said, I eventually plan on playing it. I would like to play it on stream with all of you guys. And I know people won't spoil it, which I know was a concern that you had. People won't spoil it. People are better than to do that, I think. I imagine most people wouldn't spoil it. The reason I'm okay with like talking about like God of War 3 and stuff is because while we aren't playing that game, and we likely can't on stream, it is still a game that is 10 years old, right? It's more than 10 years old now. So it's a little bit more understandable to be like, oh, you know, this game, we can talk about it. Get over here. Very rude. Goodbye. Damn, get launched. You're not dead? Oh, he's dead. I do want to play that game. Like I said, I saw the some gameplay of it recently, and I was like, damn, that looks kind of
When
fun.
we killed the Reavers near my home, they came here. How did they return so quickly?
Time doesn't move the same between all realms, especially where the spirit world is concerned.
Like the light of Alfheim.
The opposite, in fact. The Lake of Souls feels faster than Alfheim time, but Hell is much slower than Midgard. Sorry, I'm sure that's confusing.
If we will be back to my son all the sooner, that is good.
Ah, aren't you a quick study?
Like, this is one of my favorite portions of the game, because we get to see, like, while Kratos is still willing to be this murderer who will kill anybody for his own selfish deeds, like, what he's about to do, he's about to go kill an individual to save his son, right? Like, that's selfish. He still has his selfish tendencies in him. Oh, I thought he was going to DDT him. That would have been awesome. He's dead there, though. You need to re-attack me, because that one kind of sucks. I do want to say, though, because I've been thinking about it, actually. Oh, never mind.
Is it within hell?
Oh, no. Valhalla is part of Asgard. Only the worthy dead go there, the warriors who die in glorious combat. Hell is for those who die in dishonor.
Criminals.
Aye, and those dead of disease, mishap, age.
It is dishonorable to grow old.
Well, never too late to go out fighting, I suppose.
So, I was going to say something about Critical Role, but I kind of want to explain that. Kratos is shocked by the fact that, like, old people are dishonored, because in Greece, if you make it to an older age, you are wise, you are smart, you are intelligent. So they look at you as, like, someone to be revered. So to be seen as someone to be dishonored is like foreign to Kratos in that sense. So that's why he questions that. He's like, "What do you mean they're fucking dishonored? Isn't it a good thing to die of old age? It means you've won many battles and you didn't die in them. Like that's the sign of a genius, a tactician." So that in his mind, he's like, "That's fucking stupid to go to hell if you die of old age," which I love. But what I was saying earlier about like what I was thinking about for Critical Role. I was of the opinion, and this I'm going back to talking about the oh, it's over there that we have to go. Talking about like the tables and stuff. I was 1,000,000% certain that they would like keep real life couples together. So the fact that Matt and Marisha are at different tables just is weird to me.
Will killing the Bridgekeeper help
But
the dead leave Midgard?
I guess she doesn't voice act as often as the others, so she doesn't really
make
care
things
as
any
much,
worse
maybe.
either.
So I
It'll
don't
be
know.
one less
I just thought it was
obstacle
weird.
for the
I thought
living
they'd
to
be
reach the
in the
inner
same
sanctum
table.
of Helheim. But who'd be mad enough to go there?
Can't do this until we get Atreus. But yeah, the way the tables look is kind of funny to me. Like, the Seeker's table doesn't have a single character whose backstory you'd think would be Seeker's table, in my opinion.
Keeper, making sure the dead are really
I guess with
dead.
the exception of Valus.
What is that he holds?
That totem contains a powerful source of magical energy, the very power of Helheim itself. But what you want is his heart. Just take it and we can leave.
How?
Start some trouble. You can do that, right?
Like, you'd think Belair and Murray would both want to be on the Seeker's table. Like, that just makes the most sense for them, in my opinion. Well, he teleports from fuck. Crazy. Sorry your hopes for seeing all the married couples sticking together didn't come to fruition. Well, I don't know. It just feels like it's weird that you're not going to be at the same table with your significant other for a while. I don't know. Something about that just feels odd to me. Like, if you were dating somebody and you were like, okay, we're going to split into 2 tables. I'll see you next month, girlfriend. Like, what? That feels weird to me. Just even saying it out loud, it feels weird to me. Hey, let me hit you. Where did you go? There he is. Just gotta keep hitting him. Cut his ankles off, yo. Okay. So you're all gonna be problematic, huh? Give me the health. thought he was gonna do his little snowy throw thing. Like that. Where you at, coward? Time to face your death. Like a man. Boom. The limitations of this game show, though, because there's only so many types of bosses, right? Like, this is like the third or fourth time we fought one of these, like, big-ass troll dudes. Oh.
Now the heart, brother. You'll have to get your hands dirty.
See that thing over there? The little bird. It's actually a very big bird. Creepy as hell. But I believe that is actually the god known as Hell. Not H-E-L-L, but H-E-L. And no, it's not Hella like the fucking Marvel one. Different names. Oh, this is gruesome. Another reason, I know the reason you Ford and Jester so much is partly, or I like Ford and Jester so much because it's a married couple flirting. Yep, I find it a lot easier to be more comfortable watching that than two people who aren't married in real life doing it. Absolutely. 100% agree and can confirm that is the facts. This boss just reminded me of one of the Age of Umbra bosses that killed a 9-year-old. Don't even get me started about that. I'm still angry about it. Adelia was my favorite character, and they killed her off.
I have the heart. I need nothing more.
You're set. Better not to linger here, though, eh?
Kratos. Zeus.
Zeus?
My father.
Your father was Zeus? Well, that explains a lot.
What is that place?
Never go there. Understand?
How is he here? That is not possible.
It's just an illusion. Hell's known for torturing its inhabitants with their own past. We should focus on getting back to your son.
Alrighty. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, Dream, don't even bring that up. That still upsets me to this day. Literally my favorite character getting axed off with my least favorite game mechanic of all fucking time. Ugh. Don't even get me started. I could rant about that stupid mechanic for hours. Psst, don't let me.
Shh. I ain't supposed to be here. It's cold. Real quick, give me your blades.
Why?
Yeah, I said I'd help you, and I aim to. Come on. My equipment's in Midgard. Be right back.
You don't suppose he'd nick those, do you?
There. Now they're ready for the winds of hell. Just target this magical glowy bit here with your blades and throw.
Boom.
Now target that wind trap with your blade. See that? Now you can absorb and release the winds of hell whenever it damn pleases. So you're welcome and I'm leaving.
Oh, it unlocked. I can open the door now.
I sometimes wonder if there was once some sort of accident in his brain.
We have been away too long.
Do I need to collect the flame? Sometimes I always forget how travel works in this game. Dream, now you just got me constantly thinking about how dirty Adelia got done. goddamn. I'm still mad. To this day, still mad. I wonder what kind of story we would have gotten out of Adelia. Guess we'll never know. Never again. I don't even think, like, they haven't even answered, like, questions about it, I don't think. Like, when people, like, ask them questions, it's never about Age of Umbra, which sucks. Because I would love for them to answer a couple questions. But no. People always gotta ask the stupid fucking romance questions. Oh, sorry, did my anger get a little too big there? We can't go that way till Atreus is with us. I do find it funny how Laura is getting yet another wedding episode, though. No, you're good, Dream. I'm just thinking about it now. It is funny, though, right? Laura is getting another wedding thing. She had the Dalen's Closet, and now she's getting, or she had already, the wedding with her and Ford, with Jester and Ford. She's getting quite a few weddings. Where did the flame go? Oh, maybe I have to go up top. That's why that's there. I wonder if they're going to do like a Laud and Imogen wedding at some point. That'd be funny. Just to round out the trio. And then who do you think she's going to romance this time around? I guess nobody. Thimble doesn't feel very romanceable. Right? I don't even want to think about the implications of it now that I'm starting that conversation up in my mind. No, thank you for that one. In a way, Laura married all three characters. I guess she did technically have like a ceremony with Laden, didn't she? So realistically, we don't need to do that again. It's unnecessary.
Sorry, brother. I'm still stuck on what I heard back there. Zeus was your father?
Not now. We should focus on getting out of hell.
And with that, I cannot argue. I'll just contemplate that little nugget in silence then.
Imogen, Vexalia, and Jester, yeah, they all got weddings. God damn it, I opened the stream and you've all got schlong implications. Thoughts on your mind, Mr. Bandit? God damn it. So, I'm not even going to justify that with a response. Thank you very much. I don't need to think about Thimble trying to romance other characters. No thank you. And yes, nice to see that you're back, Bick. Hey, bro, you don't have to keep spinning. I am right here. I will cut you down. Don't you worry. Oh, time to die, sucker. Ouch. Listen, I have answers to your Thimble questions. They're just not TOS safe. Hey, we've had some interesting conversations for the last little while. I don't think you need to worry about that right now. There's been a lot of schlong conversations since you've been here. Which I can't say I'm proud of, but hey, you know what? You guys do you. One of those has to be enlarge and reduce, right, Beck? Dear God. Dear God. How long does that spell last? Because that determines if that's actually an answer or not. Someone do some research for me while I'm playing this. How long does that spell last? Sup, gang? Hello, Zach. Duma. How's it going? Ooh, more. Should I check the VOD then? But the thimble answer is, if there's a will, there's a way. I can't. I can't. No. God damn it. It's all. No. I can't get this conversation out of my head now. Great. This is terrible. Horrible. The horrible things we think of. Terrible. You've been back for 2 seconds. We talking about weird size differences with thimble? Yep. Yes, we are. Isn't that fun? And not weird at all? Ugh. This is my fault, though. I did say it first. Because we were talking about Laura romancing people, and I was like, who do you think she's going to romance this campaign? And the answer is nobody. The answer is nobody. Laura cannot get married this time. She tried to have a non-romance character last game, but this time it's going to happen. I'm the Laura of my group. My brain goes... the sailor filth immediately to the sailor filth immediately. Hey, you know what? I feel like a lot of people do. I told you guys about my one friend who makes like exclusively sex jokes as his like character names. Like I told you guys about Private Parts, right? That was one of his characters. He had another character named Ben Dover. What's another one that I can't think of at the moment? There was Chastity. Yeah, that's one. There was another one. He had a bunch of them, but those are just the ones that I can think of right now. There's got to be another one. I think I have his character sheets still somewhere lying around. I have to go find them so I can read them off to you guys because they're pretty bad. But hey, that's okay. You're allowed to make names and characters like that all you like. Like I said the other day, if you're not trying to make a penis joke, what kind of jokes are you trying to make? Gotta have them. Gotta have them in the back pocket for whenever they're needed. I mean, Adelia was literally a 9-year-old. Any romances would have been wrong. Exactly. Chastity would be a sick name for an extremely horny bard. I hope he went that route. Actually, I think he was a cleric, which I think makes it slightly worse. Damn it. Yeah, I think that character was a cleric, if I remember correctly. So no, he didn't go the horny bard route. I don't think he's ever actually played a bard, now that I think about it. Oh, I remember another character he had. I don't know if I want to say it or not. I will for shits and giggles. He had a fire genasi that he named Labia. Yeah. His girlfriend was real proud of that one. She also played bard. Yeah, he had some wild names, that's for sure. Fuck. Nope, it makes even more sense. Catolika school was wild? What the fuck is that? Excuse my lack of knowledge on Portuguese. You meant Catholic. Okay, that makes sense. Thimble's romance should also factor in her age too, which I feel has been a bit unexplained. Well, she isn't young, but she's now aging. Is there a spot where I can go closer to this thing? 'Cause I feel like it just dies off too quick. Who knows? Come on, Kratos. Fuck's sake, where the hell is another one that I can put that in? Feels like the flame just dies off too quick. There's one. Okay, phew. Is this the worst than the talks that we had in BG3? You were barking for Mizora. I don't think... You know what? I would say Thimble. Talking about Thimble relationships is probably worse. Mm-hmm. Much worse. Same ballpark? I don't know about that. I think this is worse. Because barking from Mizora is fair. Fair. Like, absolutely fair, in my opinion. Did I just reveal a bit too much about myself? Maybe. All jokes aside, it's fair. Like, there's no denying that Mizora is hot, right? Or am I alone in that one? We also had a whole talk about mommy armor, but yeah, I still agree this might be worse. Yeah, let's not talk about the mommy armor. The armor that we threw down a gutter with the fucking person wearing it. Zodiac dear, I was barking for her. You're not alone. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's totally fair.
You made it. Better get home to your boy already.
Okay, we can upgrade the blade. I want this one to be like pure attack stat. That'll do it. That'll do it, donkey. That'll do. Personally, this chat has actually been very sex positive, and I can consider it space concerning fictional characters. Is there chat I can't see? Yeah, change it to live chat. I don't know why it does that. It's putting you in forced to see top chat only, because that might be an issue. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, which doesn't make sense. I don't get why it's doing it. But it is. And it leaves Bick in the Shadow Realm. From all the monsters you could choose to be like, yep, I'm now a monster fucker. A human with horns is like the most vanilla you could get. Fair. Anyway. That's crazy. Beautiful. More damage. We love to see it. Vanilla. It is vanilla, I guess. You are right. Resurrection stones, berserker. We don't need to worry about it. World scale serpent. Blah blah blah. You can buy these. Oh, you need something from Niflheim. My character is now blushing. Bick, what? Is your character a tiefling? For the game that you guys are going to be playing? And hopefully maybe I can join. I don't know yet. I mean, given there are choices like the gelatinous cube or a chest with a mouth, a human with horns is vanilla. Who's putting... Okay, this is going to sound weird. Who the fuck is putting their...
delay, brother. It's straight back to Midgard.
Their dick in a fucking gelatinous cube. It would melt off. What? That would be a terrible choice.
Your father was Zeus? I finally understand. I'm dangling from the hip of the bloody ghost of Sparta.
Do not call me that.
What, don't mistake me, brother. From what I heard, the Pantheon had it coming. It's still a bit to take in. I knew you hate gods, but you really can't stay away from them, can you?
You must say nothing to the boy. He must never know.
Bollocks, brother. Respectfully, bollocks. He has to know. He'll never be whole without the truth.
You don't go into the gelatinous cube. The gelatinous cube goes in you. Alright, I think a horny jail is a thing that we have to start coming up with.
And it includes your boy. You see that? He feels that. He can't help what he is. Can't begin to help it because you haven't even told him. It's all connected, man.
You will tell him nothing.
Very well.
Oh, please don't make me share all the obscure, gross knowledge I have because at some point I was a child with too much access to the internet. Damn. Okay.
So you know that shortcut between realms? Well, I made it better. Or I might have broke it.
We use that.
I know you do. So I took a few gusts from them winds of hell and made it so it ain't just one way. Now you can use it to travel to and from. If I didn't break it.
Then we can take it to Freya.
There's an idea, brother.
Duma has the right idea, dear
Keeps
God.
the sword out, but you'll make it.
Just go, brother.
Alright, time to go get our son back.
Boy.
Also, Bick, you weren't gone very long. I thought you said you were going to be gone for a while. Had to go make some poutine and come back, was it? Also, I was kidding. My parents worried about my access to the internet. Honestly, that's fair. More parents should worry about access to the internet they give their kids.
Well, this isn't
Brain
right.
is an honorary member
but
due
close
to the
enough.
slong
You
puns.
did say there were kinks.
We must hurry.
Oh, there's nothing there. I forgot.
The heart.
You have it.
Yes.
Back of your hand.
He is still ill.
I can break the fever. But to heal,
He must know the truth of what he is.
yes.
It is not so simple.
Help me prop him up.
No, I went to Pilates. I'm trying to get rid of all the poutine I ate. Fair enough.
Did I tell you that I have a son, too? It's been forever since I last saw him. At his birth, the runes foretold a needless death. The babe in my arms was so small, so helpless. I knew right then I would do anything to protect him, no matter the sacrifice. Of course, everything I did for myself. I let my needs, my fears, come before what he needed. And I couldn't see his resentment until it was too late. Don't make the same mistake. Have faith in him. I know the truth isn't simple, but nothing is when it involves your child.
It is a curse. The boy has been cursed.
Gave him some smelling salts and he woke right the fuck up.
Don't leave without me.
I will not.
I'm better now.
I see that. Is he well enough to travel?
For now.
It won't happen again. I promise.
You see that it does not.
I love that moment. This game is awesome.
Freya, I will not forget this.
Where'd she go? What the fuck? Oh, she's right over there.
Thanks.
Your father did the heavy lifting. You should stay, recover.
You have done enough.
You know my door is always open to you.
What realm do you think this is? I think I know what realm it is, but I think it's funny nonetheless to think
That's
about it.
Vanaheim,
Oh.
isn't it?
You figured that out, did you?
Well, the window looks like Bifrost crystal, and I know that's not what's on the other side of the wall. And, well, it makes you sad.
You are wise for one so young. Yes, this is a window to a home I left long ago, but it is only a view.
The thing that happened to you in Alfheim, you can't leave Midgard, can you?
A gift from my former husband upon our separation.
Why would Odin trap you in Midgard?
Petty cruelty would be reason enough for him. But as with all his rash decisions, he's driven by fear. The Vanir were the greatest threat to the Aesir until our marriage brokered peace. Many of the Vanir now think I betrayed them, the fruits of my sacrifice. To be hated by my own kind, to trap me here, is to ensure I can never make it right.
When did we get Freya? We didn't get Freya. She's been here the whole time. One does not get Freya. She's like always chilling. I personally love Kratos and Atreus'
So I was
relationship.
wondering,
It's genuinely captivating
live
to
under a
see him
turtle?
try to be a good dad.
He was my first
I agree.
friend here in Midgard. He offered me shelter, and in return I provide him with protection against the evils of the forest.
Golden boar, giant turtle? You sure have some interesting friends.
All right, boy, let's go. It is a fun relationship that they explore really well, in my opinion.
Now then, before Modi so rudely interrupted us, we were just about to explore Tyr's vault.
Yes, to find the Black Rune. Boy, do you know the way from here?
Oh, I don't know.
Sure you do, lad. We need a boat.
I don't know. I guess we need a boat.
Okay then.
The hell's wrong with you, boy? Did not realize this was open. Give me the flame. Time to unlock a bunch of new shit that we didn't get to unlock before. What way do we have to go for it, though? That's the question. I think these. Go down here, throw it in there. For some reason, I thought there was more to it than that. I guess not. Ugh. How the fuck do you get across? I always forget these things. I will figure it out. I promise. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday it will be figured out. Rune. Oh my lord, I forgot. It's fucking Atreus' little light bridges. Got it. Figured it out. I'm not the fool you all think I am. Or at least not as much. This does come back around to the earlier conversation. It's always nice to see good father figures depicted, or imperfect characters trying to be good father figures. Yeah, I've always liked Kratos' story in these games. He just feels like such a well-developed character because of it. It's a lot of fun. One of these things. At least it wasn't 5 minutes of trying to break a rock open in Shadow of the Colossus. You know, I will never live that down, and it hurts my soul. Like a lot. That was the worst. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck this rock is. Like, oh, can I crack it open and get some sort of power up? It was so funny. What are you sorry for? It was hilarious. Get messed up, fool. Jesus, this blade just cut right through her. Oh yeah, this is much better of an attack. Look at that. Flashy as hell. Oh, you mean the reference that you couldn't use? What were you talking about, Dream? Because, yeah, I was talking about the reference. So The Last Guardian, is that what that game's called? Can Kratos make that jump? We shall see. What's this?
Look here.
What, is he not going up there? Like, what the fuck? What moment were you talking about, Dream? Genuinely, I'm confused now. He's lowering down. Guess I should go over there and deal with that. I thought you meant the stream that ran long because I couldn't remember to kill that one boss. Oh, that was just a bad boss fight. That was me being terrible at figuring out what the fuck was going on. That's not your problem. That was my problem. As I'll always put it, that was me stupid. Yes, I will never forget how to beat that boss, though. That boss will be eternally remembered as one of my least favorite bosses of all time. Thus, I will never forget the fucking pain he caused me. Where was the last rune to break open? The scorn I feel from that boss fight will never go away. Eternal enemy. Of that, I promise him death. No, I'm just being dramatic, but you know what I'm saying. I'm sure most of you agree that was some bullshit. If you were there anyway. If you weren't there, you have no idea what we're talking about. Where the hell is the last rune? It's an R somewhere. There's an R floating around. Somewhere menacingly. Oh, wrong one. But yeah, that game was still fun though, Dream. As much as I like bitch about that moment, that was still a fun ass game. I feel like that one's the only time I was scared of how mad you got. Oh, I was pissed. I was angry. I just thought that was poor design. Like, they didn't necessarily like the guy's like, get up high. I'm like, okay, well, I'm on his back, and then he goes, get up high. I'm like, how much higher can I get? That made me turn that motherfucker off. That's how annoying he was. Yeah, that pissed me off. Almost as much as Adelia dying to that stupid ass fucking roll for fate thing. No, that moment will always be king of moments that pissed me off. I'm still thinking about it. Poor Adelia. The most amazing character that never will. Seriously, one of the best bits of acting was when she's like, I have the power of, it was basically, she's like, I have the power of imagination, which killed me. But she's like, I can pretend to see things. Like, oh, it's a beautiful butterfly, when it's actually a horrific, like, fucking beetle creature. I was like, oh, that's great. What's the most exciting thing that you can imagine happening the next episode of Critical Role? Limited to things that could reasonably happen during the arc we're on. Someone dies. That would be pretty exciting. Like one episode into the next story and a bunch of characters die off. That'd be wild. My question is, if they die, right? Let's say a character dies off. If they die, how long do you think they wait to bring in the person's new character? And if it's not one of the core cast members, do we think that they just don't come back? They're no longer in the campaign. Is that a possibility? Like, if let's say, like, Alex Ward dies, does he write up a new character and come back within like a couple episodes, or does he just not come back at all? Like, them's the questions you gotta ask. This thing's open, right? Nope, she's still locked. Oh, because it's spinning. So it's like that upbeat. Little mountain tops like that. That looks right. That would be right there. I guess it's still wrong. Maybe it's this one up here that I have to fix. There we go. Now it's right. Well, much easier solution than I thought. Whenever you talk about death mechanics in Daggerheart, there's like there's a very clear shift. You can hear the blood boiling from very far away. That's true. We might get a video of things that piss Zodiac off during the many years of the channel. So that's fucked up, Dream. That's very fucked up. Because one of my next videos that I do have planned is Critical Role moments that piss me the fuck off. It won't have that title, but it's pretty damn close. That's insane. It's like you fucking... Did you, like, hack my phone? Are you in my notes? Like, what the fuck? You've done that a couple of times. Am I gonna have to check my security? I feel like the only reason they wouldn't come back would be scheduling issues. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't have made as big of a fuss about these specific new faces. I agree. I'm not saying that I think they're going to permanently stay dead if they die. But what I think would be interesting about them dying, they don't necessarily have to go back to the same table, do they?
Upon all who trespass.
So say someone dies in the soldier's table, next time we see that actor, they could be at the schemer's table. I think that's a very real possibility, and one that I think would be extraordinarily fun for them to explore. There is a teleportation gate up here, right? Oh wait, they want us to get a boat. I forgot about that. The fuck is this? Like, now that we have the tables, if you look at the tables, what do you think is, like, the best swap they could make for the future? Like, I've said it a couple times. I think Julian and Belair switching, or maybe even Julian and Murray switching at some point would be a good move, but I'm curious what you guys think. They say, like, new faces and would only make a big hoot about it, about the core cast, and would have introduced the new players, like, a week before and say something like, don't get too attached. I guess that's true. I watched the Robbie /Cadigan interview, and I'm hyped to see how him and Wolfric fight. Yeah, I'm excited too. I would love if upon death they swap tables like that. That's my hope, in fact. Yeah, I think that would be the most, like, interesting way to handle it. You know, like, if a character dies off, they elect to switch a different table, because otherwise just recycling a character. I can see a good way of doing it is the players roll up a new character and then they have to wait for the next arc to rejoin. Right, exactly. That's sort of how it would go, right? Like, your character dies off, you have to wait a while before you're allowed back because you're in the next group, you're in the next table. But if, like, say one of the schemers tables or the seekers tables, which only have 4, if they lose somebody, that's a big loss, because then it goes down to 3 players. So realistically, if one of them loses a person, I highly doubt they'll wait too long to bring someone back to that table. it would be sick for players to switch tables. Yeah. So this is going to sound funny, maybe. I think there's an argument that you could make, like, Age of Umbra should have been a game where if your character dies, the next time they're in, like, a major settlement, someone else joins them so they could have come back. So that way Taliesin and Laura could have played all of Age of Umbra with them, but they elected not to do that. But that's fine. I love what they did with Age of Umbra. I just think that, you know, it still boils my blood thinking about how fun Adelia as a character could have been. Because she was in, what, 3 episodes? 2.5 episodes? And she was the best character? I don't know. I'm a little upset still.
Ah, see? The boat washed ashore. Someone did call a serpent earlier.
New teleportation circle.
Nope, still kinked.
Get in. I will pull. You are quiet. Are you not better?
I guess.
I know you overheard my talk with Freya. You think you understand, but you do not. Why do you say nothing?
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you. I know I was never what you wanted. But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
The truth. The truth. I am a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you.
Powerful moment. I love this shit.
Boy, have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
Can you turn into an animal? No. No, I do not think so.
I'm a god. Mother knew? She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god. Why did you wait so long to tell me?
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy. That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Turn invisible? I don't feel like a god.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, we will learn.
You sure I can't turn into a wolf?
You are welcome to surprise me.
Is this why I hear voices sometimes? Are you sure you've never heard any?
Not as you do.
That's no surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like Father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young. Time alone will tell what else you'll become capable of.
So you knew all along?
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently.
That was kind of my hope. Oh, never mind. They're still talking.
Freya for sure. Brock and Sindri?
They do not need to know.
Baldur! Does he know? Is that why he's after us? Do you know him from before?
The day of your mother's funeral was the first I ever saw Balder. That is the truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Tearsvault, do we? I mean, we're gods. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
I will show you.
Okay, so them finally done talking. That was kind of my hope when when they announced Age of Umbra, but when they said death was permanent and players wouldn't come back, it also kind of made sense, given there was only 8 episodes. I can also see a guest player filling in some of the gaps if there's too few characters. That's true. No, Atreus, you're wanted. You aren't an accident. We just planned you at an unfortunate timing, but you're so crazy sentence. Which is funny because he literally can turn into an animal. Yes, he can turn into animals eventually. Silliness aside, I love this monologue. I love the genuine childish questions Atreus asks and how Kratos answers them directly.
Okay,
Kind of surprised by his reaction.
I saw it too.
Freya did say the Jotunheim Realm Tower was missing from the lake, but maybe only kinda?
Very strange indeed.
Yeah, it's really sweet to see him try to answer his questions. Well, he's not like shooting down his imagination, which I like. Most adults would be like, no, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. No, fuck that. You can do whatever you want. Don't let the realms of reality stop you from achieving your dreams of turning into a wolf. Alright. I'm going back here because I saw something I want to open. Because it's a chest and I like collecting loot. I'm a loot goblin, after all.
Never seen a lock like that before.
Reminds me of something I've seen Tyr sketch. He liked to combine various symbols into runes all his own. This one, I believe, means...
Peace, unity, mercy. Other things too. I see what he did, but how do we get inside?
We have other concerns.
Apparently. There was something back here. I must get it. I didn't run past it, did I? No. It's a long way for a single chest that probably has fuck all in it. Where the hell did it go? Is it not back here? There it is. Holy smokes. You better be worth something. What is inside you? Weightless war handles for the blade's pommel. Okay. It's worse. That's awesome. Yes, I ask the constant struggles of parents. Do I let them be creative and have dreams? Or am I allowing Icarus to fly too close to the sun? I think people take the wrong message from Icarus. I think you should be allowed to burn. It's up to you if you can withstand the heat. No, I'm just saying stupid ass shit. Alright, let's try this shit.
Here we go again.
Don't let the dreams of reality...
You ready?
Sorry. Yeah. That's the clip. Don't let the limits of reality stop you from turning into a wolf. Well, you know, the furries do it all the time. Or what are they called? The people who think they're werewolves?
Read it.
Death itself I swallow, to spring forth life tomorrow.
Oh, I like that one. I wonder if I wrote it.
Wow, you're fucking full of yourself, aren't you, Mimir?
Is that the answer there?
It says Earth.
Swallows death, brings forth life.
What, is he not gonna use the bowl?
Go.
Come on, use it.
Yeah. I wish I'd known I was a god in Alfheim. I wouldn't have felt so bad about killing so many elves.
Well, I'm not sure that's the lesson.
You've done nothing to regret. The elves forced their affairs upon us.
No, I get it now. We had God things to do, and they were in the way, dragging us into their little problems.
Again, are we just leaving that there?
I mean, just knowing we're gods makes me feel so much stronger.
Maybe you feel a little too good right now. With power comes a big choice, lad. You can either serve yourself, or put your godhood in the service of others, like Tyr did.
People really loved him, huh?
Aye, a god of war, but one who fought for peace. Had a reputation for being heroic and lawful, using his power and knowledge to stop wars rather than start them.
So there are good gods.
Once in a moon, it's been known to happen, yes?
Have I heard of the Omega verse? No, I don't know what that is. Explain it to me.
This one mentions places I've never heard of. Seems Tyr really liked to travel.
Tyr believed the mind, not might, was key to preventing war and chaos. And he also knew visiting other cultures would give him perspective staying in one place could not. While Odin
Egypt,
always
Japan,
hoarded
Aztec.
knowledge, guarding it jealously, Tyr was open and sharing with his learning and his wisdom. For this, mortals adored Tyr, showing their love by bringing him gifts the world over.
See, if Mimir was my museum guide, I'd go to museums way more often. That'd be awesome.
So, whatever happened to Tyr?
Odin came to regard him as a threat to his rule. He suspected Tyr of collaborating to aid the giants instead of helping to steal their secrets for the Aesir. Same thing he accused me of, frankly. Though in Tyr's case, I believe he was right.
You think Tyr was helping the giants?
I do. He felt responsible for the suffering visited upon them by Odin. I suspect he had something to do with helping them cover their tracks.
The missing Jotunheim Tower.
Correct. Whatever happened to it, I believe it could only have been done with Tyr and the giants working together.
Clipped it. Dream, the official clipper of my channel.
Where is this black?
Don't know. I've never been in here.
The stone! That has to be it.
Fuck, I love this game's visuals so much. Like, look at this shit. This is so cool.
Naturally.
This game's awesome.
Didn't think it would be that easy.
No. Was kind of hoping, though. So what now?
Move it or you may lose it, brother.
That's not the right spot. Where the fuck does it go? Over there. Okay. I shall remember that for this time around. Come on, get in there. What the fuck is this? Oh, just literally just rats.
Ah, a ski and do from my homeland. Used to have one of my own back in the day. You should take it, boy.
Yes, boy. Take it. We might need to butter bread somewhere in our travels.
This is why no one likes you.
Oh boy, okay. I'm not versed in it. All I know are from the internet memes. However, fiction fandoms have written a lot about werewolves and all, and they classify themselves as alpha, betas, omegas. That's where MPREG comes from. I'm hoping that's... I don't know what that means. I was just asking to make sure you didn't mean that you were talking about people thinking they were werewolves. I'm sorry now. I'm sorry now you have this knowledge. Well, no, because there's like people on the internet who like literally pretend to have their like little werewolf transformations. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that people pretend to do. They pretend they themselves are werewolves. So it might be the same thing that we're talking about here, actually. Which is not good. people thinking they themselves are werewolves.
Atreus, to me.
Okay. First door opens.
Well, that's unfriendly.
Let Zodiac dodge the bullet. No, it's good. Oh god, no. MPREG, male pregnancy once again. I'm sorry for the cursed knowledge.
Side. Perfect for the boy.
It's too small for father, though.
No. Fine.
I really wish I didn't have this knowledge. I am now cursed.
Go. Careful, brother. Rhea's not here to bring you back into cutting too.
Perfect. Just give me all this room.
Look at that!
Nope, if I had to become aware of making it everyone else's issues, god damn it. If the bullet did a U-turn, must have been homing, god damn it. Oh, would you look at that? A vase. Or vase. And the thing he's got, some good old alcohol. Smells like home. I hate home. The internet's a scary place. I don't want to be on it anymore. Male pregnancy. Ugh. Smash it. What's on the backside of it?
What'd you find?
Enough distraction. Do not forget why we are here.
That's sick, his history. Yeah, it's so cool seeing it. You never finished 1 or 2? They're good games. The first one's so fucking hard, it's not even funny. Like, I struggled with that motherfucker. That was a bitch and a half playing that game.
That's from a great desert land very far from here.
Egypt.
Gods live there?
Oh my, yes. Many, many gods.
Good or bad?
And not as simple as that, I'm afraid.
Referring to this one in Ragnarok? Oh, I see. Yeah, no. These games aren't that hard. Yeah, and I prefer these games over those ones, but these ones definitely are nowhere near as hard as the other ones. All right. Oh, fuck. Everything's here, and we're gonna die. Imagine just being surrounded by this much gold. This is the type of stuff that I imagine D&D dungeons end up looking like at the end. You get to them, these are what they look like, and then the DM's like, alright, you can take half of this. What do you mean half? I'm kidding. Most DMs would never say you can take half, but I'm just imagining. Just like the worst outcome you could possibly imagine being such a big goblin. Oh, more openings. So get smashed. D&D character, Loot Goblin.
I didn't feel much back there.
That's pretty good.
What did you see in that vault that set you off?
It is not important.
Seemed important to you.
It was a rash impulse. You need not dwell on my failings.
Wow, that was almost an apology. Well, I guess you do like to smash pottery.
Listen, upgrades are in there. Shut up. We need them to power ourselves up. So I will smash all the pottery I can. You will all die for disturbing the resting place of my history. I just realized I went the correct way the first tunnel, so I kind of want to go into the first tunnel again and see if there's anything left behind. Oop.
How'd you know that was there?
Experience.
I never understood how people collect all the loot from a dragon horde in actual play unless you have like a time skip and wagons or some sort of magic to teleport it. I mean, a bag of holding could probably grab like maybe like this pile and then you'd be fucked. So unless everyone has a bag of holding, but this is very much what I imagine like a dragon horde looks like, right? Like this entire place. Now, with the exception of all like the mechanical stuff like this, but like all of the loot, like this is dope. This is easily one of the coolest depictions of a quote unquote horde, if you will. I did not realize I could climb up here, so I'm gonna climb up here while we're over here. Because why not? Might as well climb. I'm wrecking the horde. My bad. Imagine if Smaug played D&D and his DM told him you can only take half that gold. Yeah, that's a dead DM right there. That's a dead DM as far as Smaug is concerned. What's it say, boy?
What of these?
Thought is faster than wind.
Perhaps this isn't about speed at all. Is there someplace else the winds can go?
Look at this. Just having that much gold. What a life. You'd be set in D&D. You'd never have to do anything ever again.
You know, for someone so loved, Tyr sure was paranoid.
Aye. Thanks to Odin, with good reason.
With good reason. I imagine a time skip would be probably the way with like wagons and stuff, but that's a lot of time to pass, right? Like you are correct. That is a lot of preparation you'd have to go into to figure out how to move all this shit. 'Cause look how much it is. Ugh. If only. If only I could reach through and grab it all and be stinking rich. I guess I could do some sports betting, but we all know how that goes for most people. I am no pro fantasy booker.
I just want to know the truth from now on, okay? I don't care if it hurts me or not. I want to learn. Just because you hate being a god doesn't mean I have to.
Shut up. Oh, fuck. Where the hell are all of these things going to be lying around? Oh, there's one. I can't go in there? Crazy. We will find the other ones and open that thing up. There's one. Now, where on earth is the last one?
More small passages.
I know. Go.
I can't watch, brother. Good luck.
He's just gonna close his eyes? That's what he's doing? What's the long story short of Kratos' tortured past? That's a question and a half right there. So, I guess there really is no long story short. It's pretty long. But, Kratos is from Greece. He was... Damn it, I have to really time this right now. I fucked up. I have to, like, disturb the fucking flow of this. It's right there. That's where it goes. I'm not gonna be doing it. No way. Got it. Okay. How did I mess that up? Ah, I'm so dumb. Alright, now they're on different enough timetables. We should be fine. And now if I just didn't suck. So, long story short, Ares tricked Kratos. He was, you know, he made him into a great warrior, and he helped him basically destroy a lot of Greece and take it over. But then eventually he was on, like, a mission, and he ended up somehow killing his own daughter and wife, and, well, sought revenge for the murders committed. Also, the ashes of his wife and daughter became part of his skin, and after that he went on to kill all the gods in Greece. Eventually it's revealed that Kratos is in fact like an actual pure-blooded god.
Skull and Hati.
That's right. The bringers of day and night.
Ragnarok begins when they catch the sun and moon.
Because he's the son of Zeus.
Did Tyr know them?
I don't know. Like them well enough to cover a massive wall in his vault with them, though.
I never knew that's why he was white. Yeah, that's the reason. It is quite tragic. And the red brand is actually the brand of war from Ares, I believe. Also, he was given the Blades of Chaos by Ares, I think, which would eventually evolve into other blades, but then devolve into the Blades of Chaos again or something like that, which is how he has the Blades of Chaos again. Because he throws them all away at the end, because he kills himself, but that's neither here nor there.
Don't you enjoy it at all? Being a god? On an adventure in some amazing place?
The details of why he's a god is the real fascinating part, in my opinion.
Have a little fun.
But, yeah.
Everything we've seen and done. Maybe it was her gift.
Do you have to be, like, up there? I guess maybe that's how I have to do it. I have to be up there first. Why is what? Why is that? Like, why did he kill the gods, or why he's got the war brand?
Enemies ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, his actual father, Zeus, is a god. That's the reason he's a pure-blooded god. So initially, he just earned the power to be a god, but then over time, they're like, you know what, let's just make him an actual god. Like in God of War 1, he earns the power of being the god of war after killing Ares, and then it's revealed that he was always actually like a god. He was just sort of held back by believing he was human, which is kind of what happens with Atreus too, which is kind of funny now that I think about it.
Nicely done.
Look, there's the wind trap.
How do I get down fast? Where's the fast way down? Because we're gonna need that. Give it to me. God damn it. How about that? Suck it, game.
Ah, clever.
Yeah, he was always actually a god, but he didn't know that.
Atreus, here.
Working from home rules. I'm on the clock and all caught up, so I have been able to clean and cook and chill with you guys. Do you not normally work from home? I guess you just had your new job, right?
The road stuff. It's lower.
Oh, shit.
What's going on?
Trap.
Father!
Boy, get out of here.
I'm fine. How do we get you out?
Pull chains on the wall.
But there are 3 of them. What do I do?
Atreus, focus. You can do this.
Please hurry. I don't know yet if I can drown.
Okay, think. Hati's the silver one. He hunts them. Skull's gold and he chases the sun. For Ragnarok to happen, they have to eat them. These are out of order.
Good boy.
So the moon goes on the left, sun on the right. With Midgard in the middle, but which bar do I pull?
Pull the middle one.
Left
Down.
boy. Middle quickly.
Gotta get them in order. Moon left, sun right.
The right boy. The left.
Pull the moon so it doesn't come back up.
Moon on the left, sun on the
The
right.
middle.
No, wrong thing.
The right
Pull
boy.
the sun.
Moon, Midgard, sun. Moon, Midgard, sun. Hey. Did it!
And he's smart sometimes.
Well, I can't drown. Yes, that's something.
A skull and Hati tattoo would be fucking
Mom,
badass.
stop it! Wait! What's that big chain for? Father, above you!
That's what they named the. There's 2 characters in the new Ahsoka
Boy,
TV show.
you
They
have to
named them
stop
after
that
Skull and
chain.
Hati. They're really cool.
I do not know.
Rest in peace. I believe his name is Ray Stevens. It sucks that he's gone.
Wait, I know what to do.
Her knife?
There's no other way! It's not working! That should have worked!
Did work. You broke the chain. Oh, that was fucking close.
Her knife.
I know. But it saved you.
That was cunning, boy.
Time for me to show my strength. Boom. All right.
It's free! I think we did it!
Aye. Let's go see what Tyr's got for us.
I think that'll be a good spot to end the stream.
It rubbed off! What should we do?
We keep going.
His dad complimented him. Yeah. All right. I think that's a good spot. We've gone for 3 hours and 15 minutes. Is the Ford wedding being posted on Beacon? If so, when? It should be up today. But I won't be recapping it until it's on YouTube. So or you guys won't see the recap until it's on YouTube. I will eventually, in the very near future, I will be recapping it. I might post it soon for members of the channel, so if you want to see it early, you can see the recap early by becoming a member today. Always have to shove that in there at least once. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to end the stream. So I will see you guys on Friday for the recap of episode 5 of Campaign 4. And until then, peace out.